One thing that most people don't talk about is the process of becoming. You becoming that person who God says that you're supposed to be. You becoming a person who you don't even know really exists inside of you. And it's like there's no roadmap, there's no blueprint. All you have is what God says you are, because you first have to go to Him to find out who it is that He created you to be. But then it's the process of breaking down the barriers, breaking down the things that you've been through and you've learned throughout life to become a whole new creature, to become someone who others can see and who God says that you are. But there are so many steps in between. And most people don't talk about that, because there are many times that God told me that I was going to be something. And I was like, Lord, you can't have the right person, because that can't be me. And then God would make me into a liar. And I realized that so many times I said that I couldn't do something, but then I did it. And I was able to do it without effort because of the favor and the grace that was on my life. And I realized that I've come so far, but at the same time, I still have so far to go. And it's to the point now where I know that I'm close. I'm so close to everything that God has for me. But at the same time, it's like everyone else sees this person that I still can't see. I know she's in there. But it's like, how do I execute the things that I need to execute to become this person? How do I step fully into it? And the Lord knows I'm trying, okay? But since the beginning of this year, it literally started on the 1st. God has been showing me that everything's about to fall into place, exactly how He needs it to. But there's been like this attention that I've been getting from people that has been like, this is what you're stepping into. I'm sending you the resources. I'm sending you the people to be where I need you to be, to do what I need you to do. But it's like, at the same time, they see more. They see so much in me and know so much about, what God is about to do in my life. But I keep receiving the words. As soon as Ashia steps out and boldly and do what it is that God is calling her to do, everything's about to change, because she don't even know what's on her life. But at the same time, it's like, how do I? Because God just literally keeps sending people with like these messages about what's to come, what's on my life. And yesterday it happened again. But then I just went to the mental conference, and God literally downloaded a full sermon into me. And this whole time I'm running from it, I'm like, Lord, you got the wrong one, Lord. No, okay? But then He gave me this sermon. Yesterday I was reading my grandmother's sermon, and she was like, you on it, because literally last night in Bible study, we touched on some of these topics. And she was saying how God will give me things that He won't give her, and He knows what I can handle. But she was trying to remember this word that her pastor said, and she couldn't remember it for nothing. So she called him. And she was just telling him, what was the word that you said last night? Because I'm sitting here talking to Ashia, and she had the sermon, and she's telling me her sermon, and it's literally what the Bible study was on. And he just began to say, Ashia is so powerful. She don't even know what's really on her life. She don't even know. But as soon as she wake up and she just walking fully into what God is telling her to do, it's gonna be big. She gonna be so big. Like, she don't even know what God really has in store for her. And literally, like 2 or 3 Sundays ago after church, during church, someone came up to me and just whispered to me, you may know who you are or what God has in your life, but you don't fully understand. This year, my goal is to step fully into the person that God has called me to be. No more hiding. No more letting the distractions get to me, because maybe the distractions come. And it's time for me to open my mouth. It's time for me to say the things that God needs me to say, because most of the time they're the hard things that people don't say. And it'd be like, Lord, how will they receive this? But in order for me to see the promises that God has for me, I have to step fully into purpose. Even if it takes day by day, which it does take day by day, to walk fully in what God has put inside of me, I'm ready. I surrender.